Hello, welcome to Jason the Old Millennial. My name is Jason, speaking here in my basement in the great state of Kansas. And today's video, I am going to kind of unbox. It's not exactly an unboxing, but I was at my parents' house this last weekend, and I can't remember why. Now, you might say there was like a big game yesterday, but if there was a big game, I do not acknowledge or recognize that there was a game yesterday. So I don't know what game you're talking about. There was a game yesterday, but anyways, I was visiting my parents, and I noticed they had a lot of DVDs and maybe some Blu-rays, and some CDs and stuff like that on a shelf. And I know my parents, they don't watch DVDs anymore. They only do streaming. I know my dad told me that he only does streaming, and I know they don't listen to CDs anymore either. They, listen to whatever, iTunes or whatever, Apple Music or anyway. So I saw a shelf, and I was like, I said to my mom, like, do you need these DVDs and these CDs on the shelf, And she said no, and I'm like, can I grab some then? And she said, yeah, I have what you want. Well, I ended up filling up 4 boxes of stuff that I found on the shelf that I was like, I'll take this and put it on my shelf. Add a lot more to my collection of stuff anyway. So this is the first box. So this is box number 1. I thought I would open it and show what I ransacked at my parents' house. What we got in the collection here. I'm gonna add to my collection. All right. First, we got the Great Muppet Caper. Yeah, good old Muppet movie. I think this was their maybe 3rd movie or second. I want to say 2nd or 3rd movie that they did. Let me see. I'm trying to see who directed this one. They have a different director, I know. Jim Henson. Yeah. So this is the only movie that Jim Henson actually directed. And this is actually one of my favorites as a kid. I would say this was my favorite growing up until some of the newer ones came out. But I was a big fan of the Great Muppet Caper. Very fun. I like the Muppets though. So yeah, this is just a DVD. This is a 50th anniversary. But there's not much to the disc itself. I mean, not a bad disc, looking disc there. But I don't know there's much audio, much special features here. There's some, but, well, no, not really. Not much there, but I don't have it, so I was like, I'll add the Great Muppet Caper to my collection. I have, see, the Muppets, and I have Muppet Christmas Carol. So don't mind adding some of these to the list. And I got the Muppets Take Manhattan. One of the only movies you can't find on Disney Plus. You can find like all but two Muppet movies on Disney Plus, and this is one of them. This one is Frank Oz, I believe. Yeah, Frank Oz. So this is the one that Frank Oz directed. Again, I want to say this is like the 2nd movie they did, maybe, or 3rd. I know it's not the 1st, but anyways, yeah, Muppets Take Manhattan. Some good moments. I'm not as big a fan of this one as I am actually of Muppet Caper. I actually always liked a little bit more in this one, but definitely still has some iconic Muppet moments. It looks like there's an interview with Jim Henson on here. Besides that, no, again, unfortunately not a lot of, I wish there was more special features. I would love to see more special features, but again, don't mind adding it to my Muppet collection. Maybe I'll get most of the Muppet movies at some point. So I picked up some of this show, Bones. This is the complete 3rd season of Bones. And why my parents have this show, I don't know. I don't think my parents are big fans of this. I know my older sister, Abby, is a big fan of Bones. And she has, I think, most of all the seasons. So, well, they did watch it. I do remember there was a moment where I think they watched all the, that's right, they did watch it. My parents got into watching like The Mentalist and Bones and CSI. They did actually kind of get into watching all those TV shows, those crime kind of shows. And I like this show. I've seen the first couple seasons, I think. I haven't really finished it, but overall, I was like, I like to add more TV to, I don't have a lot of TV shows to my collection, so I kind of like to own more TV shows anyway, so I think I got 2 more. This is 3rd season. I think I got 2 more I found at my parents'. But anyway, so get through that at some point. Let's see, this is Bones. season 4. So I got season 3 and season 4. Looks like this one's a little thicker though, the box. Must have been a longer season or something. This is back when there's like 26 episodes in a season. That's a lot. And today, you're lucky if you can get 8 or 10 episodes in a season. But anyway, so yeah, I like all the multiple discs there. And it's free, so not a bad deal. I just now have to buy the other seasons probably at some point and fill out my collection. And now we got the other, this is kind of the classic Muppet movie lineup, I guess. And this is the very first Muppet movie, The Muppet Movie. Again, this is almost be a collection. These are all like 50th anniversary collections from Disney, I guess, put these out at some point. Whenever we got I don't know, my parents maybe bought this. I don't remember buying these myself. But it's cool to have the 3 classic ones, I guess, before Jim Henson died. I guess Jim Henson died, of course, after The Great Muppet Caper, and then his son Brian Henson did Muppet Christmas Carol and also Muppet Treasure Island, which is another really good movie, which I saw in the theater when I was a kid, and then of course, it got revitalized again with the Muppets. And anyway, so yeah, again, there are some iconic moments, some great moments, but I can't say I'm like the biggest fan of the first movie. I actually like the Treasure Island and Christmas Carol and the Muppets better, but still, as a Muppet fan, might as well get the collection of the originals. Anyways, all right, I got Jacob Martin's favorite Disney movie, Chicken Little. Yeah, I actually didn't have this in my collection, though. I don't know who got this. Sometimes some of these are DVDs that I bought, and I think I gave to my parents because I thought I would upgrade them to Blu-rays. I don't think I bought this one, though. My sister probably got it at some point because my younger sister and I saw this in the movie theater, and we actually quite liked it. I still think it's a really good movie. I think it's very funny, based off of the short story of Chicken Little. I think it gets too much hate, especially from one Jacob Martin. There's the disc there. I disagree with Jacob Martin. This is actually a good Disney movie. I like it quite a bit. Part of the Disney animation canon. Again, not a lot of special features on here, but don't mind having it in my collection. Definitely something I want to get because I do like the movie, and I don't get the hate for it. All right, got a absolute classic Disney movie, that is The Little Mermaid. This is the Diamond Edition. This is the Blu-ray and DVD, so this is the Blu-ray. Oh, Little Mermaid. I wonder if this is the one I think I actually own. I think this is the one I bought, and I think I gave it to my parents. I don't know why I did that. I definitely need this in my collection. It's obviously a classic. It's not. I loved this when it first came out. I remember as a kid. As I've gotten older and watched it, it's not one of my favorite, to be honest. It's okay. The music's still pretty good overall. I love Sebastian. He's my favorite character. I don't know why I'm not as into this movie as much as I used to be, but definitely need this in my collection, though, since I'm collecting a lot nowadays. I don't mind getting more into my collection. All right. I know this is kind of my animation movie box, evidently. I forget. I piled all these into boxes, so I can't remember where the boxes or which box has what in it or what I put in the boxes. So I'm like, oh yeah, that's right. I picked this out. But this is Ice Age. This is Sky Blue? What is this? Yeah, Blue Sky. Sorry, Blue Sky. This was kind of Blue Sky's like their big franchise because they made like 5 or 6 Ice Age movies. I really only like this one. The first Ice Age I think is actually quite good. I do like the sloth character played by Leguizamo. It's a very good character. You got that squirrel, it's funny too. Overall, a really fun movie. Definitely need it in my collection. Getting more anime movies in my collection now. All right, I know I got this. I think this is the big box of Star Trek. Yeah. Yeah, I saw this and I was like, I didn't know my parents had this, but I thought this was so cool. I was like, I'll take it because I don't know if it's ever been used, it seems like. But this is Star Trek, the original motion picture collection. So we got all 6 of the Star Trek movies of the original cast. And yeah, I'm a big fan of Star Trek. I'm a bigger fan of Next Generation, but I grew up watching the reruns of Star Trek the original series because my parents used to watch it when they were, kids, and so they were big fans when they were kids, and we used to watch the shows when I was a kid. And I used to watch Next Generation when those were new episodes coming out. I remember in the 90s, I was big on the Next Generation, but I still have a lot of love for the original cast. And of course the movies. Even though I already have Voyage Home on Blu-ray, I picked this up because I was like, well, I might as well get the whole series. Even though Star Trek, even though they're not all good, like Star Trek The Motion Picture is a terrible movie. Search for Spock, I think, is really, really boring. Star Trek V, The Frontier is not very good. But Wrath of Khan is really good. So I'm glad I got that now, because that's one I've been wanting to get into my collection. Definitely want to get Wrath of Khan. That's one of the best Star Trek movies. So glad to have that here. And also, I think Star Trek The Undiscovered Country, the 6th one, is a good movie too. So I think there's 3 pretty good movies in this, 3 out of the 6. And I only have 1 of them, so not a bad deal. I just double up on 1. That's fine, but I love this packaging so much, so that's why I was like, I gotta, if my parents don't want it, I'll take it, because I love this package. It's so cool looking. It's the big box, and you take this like slip cover off, and then you take the individual movies out. Let's see. Yeah, we got the motion, and then you got them just like this. Motion picture. Not super fancy, the DVDs themselves. But you get all 6, plus you get a one called Star Trek, The Captain's Summit. So this is like a special features extra disc that comes with the whole package anyway. So that's, I've never seen it before, so that'll be a new cool thing to watch. Plus I think each movie has audio commentary on it, because I know the one that I have has audio commentary on it, so, and some special features. So I'm a big special features guy, big audio commentary guy, so I'll definitely be pouring over these audio commentaries, even the bad ones. I'll enjoy getting to see the special features audio commentary, plus the extra disc special features. Really, really cool, I think. If I can get this all back in here. Overall, if you're a Star Trek fan, not a bad collection to have, I think. Let's see if I can get this back together. There we go. Sorry, taking me a while to get this back in. There we go. Star Trek, the original motion picture. I believe I have the Next Generation here as well. Yep. So I also got the Star Trek, the Next Generation, all their movies collection. So I got the original and the Next Generation. So 6 movies in that one, and I think I got 4 movies in this one. So overall 10 Star Trek movies, the first 10 Star Trek movies in these 2 collections. Pretty cool. And like I said, I really kind of enjoy this package. Not done right. Let me fix it here. So yeah, really love the package. Even that cool little image, like a 3D image. Very cool. There's pictures on the back. Yeah, awesome. So this has, let's see, Star Trek Generations, Star Trek First Contact, which I already have First Contact on Blu-ray, but again, I kind of got this because I was like, I picked up the original motion picture movies, so I was like, might as well pick up the Next Generation and just have the whole collection. Why not just complete the collection? In other words, even though I already have First Contact, I'll double up on that. But I don't have Generations. Generations is okay. There's some good parts in that movie. But then you got Insurrection, which is a pretty terrible movie, and Nemesis, which is a terrible movie. And I saw all of them in the theater, in fact. But the last 2 are really bad, but whatever. I'll look through them, see what special features they have, audio commentaries. And then it has a special disc in here as well called Star Trek Evolution. So we got a bonus disc, so pretty cool. Now I look like a total nerd. I got the whole Star Trek movie franchise just about here. Then I got Willow. I actually did buy this. I remember I bought this movie, and then I gave it to my parents because I thought, at one point I thought I was going to get rid of all my DVDs and replace them with Blu-rays, because I thought it was much cooler and much easier and looks better if I had a whole shelf of Blu-rays rather than DVDs, because I mean, Blu-rays of course are better quality, but also the packaging's smaller, so you can fit more Blu-rays on the shelf than these DVDs take up, not a lot, but a little more space. a little wider. And I just like the idea of all my Blu-rays together. That would look really good. Right now, I have all my Blu-rays on one shelf, and then I have my DVDs on a different shelf, so I don't mix them now. But I've got to a point where it's so expensive trying to replace all this stuff with Blu-rays that I've got to the point where I'm fine with having DVDs. I thought maybe I would, at one point I thought, I don't have any DVDs on my collection. I just want Blu-rays and all that. And that's before I started collecting Steelbooks and Criterions and all that. And then I was like, you know what? It's cheaper sometimes just to get DVDs. So I started buying DVDs again and all that. And then some of the DVDs I gave to my parents, I kind of regret it because I was like, now I can't find them. Sometimes I can't find the movie on Blu-ray, or I'm like, it just costs money to try to get on Blu-ray. So now I'm like, why did I ever give it away? I might as well just kept the DVD, but you know, whatever. But yeah, Willow, cool fantasy movie by Ron Howard. Yeah, this is one I've always enjoyed as a kid, even though it scared me to death too as a kid, but still, yeah, nice to have this back into my collection. Good old Willow. All right, let's see what we got next. All right, classic comedy for me, one of Will Ferrell's best, and that was Blades of Glory. You got Will Ferrell and John Heder here playing ice skaters who compete in doubles at the Olympics. Yeah, I saw this in the movie theater. This was when Will Ferrell was just, every movie he came out with was just absolutely hilarious. And this is really one of my favorite Will Ferrell movies. I think it's a really funny movie. Really well done anyways. And the cost, it should have won an Oscar for best costuming. The costumings are just so good in here. But yeah, this one, I don't know if I bought this one or not and gave it to my parents. I don't remember, but anyways, might as well put it in my collection. All right, then we got Night of the Museum, the first Night of the Museum movie. This is full screen, unfortunately. I think I probably bought this, or so, I don't know who bought this, but I'm sure I didn't want it because it's full screen, and I probably thought I'd get the Blu-ray at some point, which I don't think I had the Blu-ray. I might have the Blu-ray, I don't remember, but I picked it up because I was like, I really like Night of the Museum. I saw that twice in the theater, actually. I think once. Maybe myself, I took a date. The second one, I took a date to it. And yeah, I really like this movie. It's a really fun, great premise, really fun, kind of sci-fi-ish type story. Ben Stiller is hilarious. Robin Williams is great. First time I ever saw Rami Malek, who would later on win an Oscar in Bohemian Rhapsody, but he was just a side character here. And directed by the great Sean Levy. This is the first time I ever saw Sean Levy, or kind of knows, because he does a lot of interviews on here, which is really cool. Oh, it's also written by Thomas Lennon, who, that's right, Thomas Lennon, who famous for Reno 911, but also a really good screenplay writer, and has written some good comedy screenplays, and this is a good one by him. And Sean Levy, of course, as you know, recently did Deadpool and Wolverine, and that's been his biggest movie of all time. Now he's a big-time director. But I remember when this came out and I first heard about Sean Levy, and I thought Sean Levy was a really good director after this. And every time Sean Levy made a movie, I always was kind of interested in it because I thought Sean Levy is one of my favorite directors out there. I think he does really good work. And I was so happy when he did Deadpool and Wolverine. That movie made $1 billion, and he got more notoriety for being a big-time director. Not Oscar-type movies, but he's good at making, you know, fun movies that do well in the box office, I guess. But definitely check out more of his movies. But this is definitely not his first movie, but one of his first really big movies that he did. All right, let's see what we got here. Oh, I got some CDs in this collection as well. I got Galaxy Quest. Yeah, I love this movie. One of my favorite comedies of all time. Also a great satire on Star Trek. Here I got all these Star Trek movies, and here I got Galaxy Quest. What a great satire. Starring Tim Allen, kind of as the Kirk character. But man, what a great cast. This is, I mean, it's one of the best written comedies I think ever. Because the sci-fi elements work, the kind of the Star Trek sci-fi elements, the special effects work really well, even back in this day. And I mean, you got people like Alan Rickman. I love Alan Rickman here, playing kind of the Spock type character. But man, Alan Rickman, he was so good. Such a great actor, and here he does comedy very well. But he has some great moments here. But Sigourney Weaver, Tony Shalhoub, Sam Rockwell, some of the other characters, some of the other actors in here. yeah, definitely had to get this into my collection because I really love this movie. I've seen it twice in the theater, in fact. All right, I got War of the Worlds. Spielberg, one of Spielberg's movies, one of my favorite Spielberg movies, one of my favorite Tom Cruise movies. This is full screen as well. That's probably why I didn't keep it. I probably gave it to my parents because it's full screen. I don't know, did they do full screen anymore? I remember that. You go and I always want to get widescreen, but then sometimes you'd have full screen and my parents would buy full screen. I'd be like, why'd you buy full screen? You need to buy widescreen. But I really want this. I want to get the Blu-ray, but again, for budget reasons, if I can get the DVD, even though it's full screen, if I can get the DVD for free, now I'm like, forget it. I'll just get the DVD for free, or in this case, or if it was cheap on DVD, I'd just probably get on DVD. Even though part of me is like, man, I really would love to see this on Blu-ray. It's because it's a great sci-fi, special effects, big action movie, and all that. Yeah, I love this movie. I said this is like a top 5 favorite Spielberg movie. I think Spielberg movie does these kind of movies so well, these kind of action adventure movies. And Tom Cruise really, really underrated. Good performance there. Also, really good performance by Dakota Fanning. Of course, Dakota Fanning is still the young, cute Dakota Fanning. She gave a really great performance here as well. Definitely want that in my collection. All right, I'm going to pick up this box here and see what else I got. All right, a couple more movies, and I got some CDs here as well. All right, I'll put my box on the ground maybe. This won't make sense, but I have Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade on DVD. I do have this on Blu-ray as well, but I have the other 2 movies in another box, and I'll get that at some point. And also have like a disc that's just special features. But I decided to get everything because it all is like one package. So I was like, might as well get the whole collection because they all kind of match. They had the same kind of design on the covers, anyways. But yeah, Last Crusade, that's actually my favorite of the Indiana Jones movies. One of my favorite movies of all time. Really high on my 100 favorite movies list. Of course, you see this full screen. Again, my mom bought this for me. This has the first 3 Indiana Jones movies on it. And I remember thinking, full screen? Like, I want to get the widescreen. And then I got the Blu-ray of this, and I got the Blu-ray of Raiders of the Lost Ark. I didn't get the Blu-ray of the Temple of Doom because I'm not a big fan of that one. But I decided to get all 3 since they all kind of match. So, but there's Last Crusade. And there's a special disc that comes with it too that I really wanted because there's no special features on the Blu-rays, which is really weird. This one, I was really happy I found this. This is one I've wanted to get, and that is The Odd Couple. I'm a big fan of Jack Lemmon and Walter Matthau, but Jack Lemmon especially is one of my favorite actors, maybe the greatest comedic actor in my opinion. You know, I have Some Like It Hot, the Criterion Collection. Mr. Roberts is my favorite movie of his. I have on Blu-ray as well. But yeah, this is a great comedy, one of the great comedies of all time. Definitely, if you haven't checked it out, definitely watch The Odd Couple with Jack Lemmon and Walter Matthau. 2 great comedic geniuses. One of those where they don't get along, and it's absolutely hilarious. So yeah, this is one I've been wanting to get actually, but it's hard. I feel like I can't find it as easy, but and this is a little beat up, but that's okay. I know I got the DVD. I can check that off my box of things I want. And now I got Die Another Day. James Bond. This is Pierce Brosnan's 4th and last James Bond movie that he did. And of course we got Halle Berry. Like, this is right around the time she won her Oscar, and this is coming off of the X-Men movies. So she was starting to become a really big deal at this point. And she was great in this movie as well. I actually really like this movie. A lot of people say this is their least favorite James Bond movie, and a lot of people are like, don't like some of the special effects or some of the green screen or some of the technology is just like the visible car is like too goofy or something. I don't know. I have a lot of fun with this. I really like Pierce Brosnan though. He's actually a really good James Bond. He's fun. He can be serious at times, and very suave. He's one of the most suave James Bonds we had. And actually, this is a DVD I bought. I bought this back after like it came out in theater which was a while ago. Again, I got rid of it. I gave it to my parents because I thought, I'll find the Blu-ray of this, but then I never did. And so then I'm like, I'm okay with just having the DVD of this. And I have some other James Bond movies somewhere in another box. Again, these aren't all organized yet. And this is the last DVD I got in the box, and that is Austin Powers, The Spy Who Shagged Me. The new Millennium Platinum series, here again on DVD. Again, this is another case where I'm pretty sure this is one I bought, and I gave it to my parents because I thought I'd probably get the series on Blu-ray at some point, but I just haven't. So now that I got a DVD, I'm like, that's fine. I'll just keep it on DVD. Don't need the Blu-ray series. If I can get this for free, I'll just pick the free DVD instead of having to pay money and try to find the Blu-ray. I think the Blu-rays I find have all 3 movies or something like that in one package. Anyways, but yeah, I do have, I struggled a little bit with this movie because when it came out, I loved it. It was like one of the funniest movies I ever saw. I think I saw it twice in theater. I thought it was so funny. Now I think it's a little immature at times. It's a little, yeah, too immature-ish type humor, especially Fat Bastard. I actually really do not. I thought that was a funny character as a kid, but now I think it's a terrible character. It's not funny. It's gross. A lot of gross stuff in this movie, but then again, it has some really good. Again, I'm a big James Bond fan, and this is a good satire. The 3 Austin Powers movies, which I got the other 2 in another box somewhere. They got separated, but I think it's a good satire on James Bond. So I did kind of want this. I kind of got rid of it, but then I was like, I kind of like to have the Austin Powers series because some nostalgia there, plus it's just a great satire in James Bond. So I wanted to do what I'd like to do at some point is do a watch along of all 3 Austin Powers movies and point out all the James Bond parodies. That's something I would like to do at some point because there's really good deep cut parody stuff in here that you might not catch unless you're a big James Bond fan. So I'd love to do that at some point. I do got some CDs here, but I might, since the time is getting almost to 30 minutes, I might leave the CDs for another video. Like I said, I got 3 more boxes to look at and kind of show what I picked up. I already picked up quite a bit here, and I got 3 more boxes, so pretty good pickup overall. Thanks to my parents to let me take the stuff they have that I don't use anymore. For someone like me who loves to collect, this was like a gold mine. So yeah. Anyways, hopefully you enjoyed that. Comment down below if you liked any of these DVDs that I got, any favorites there, any that you have yourself, all that. Yes, comment away. I would love to hear your comments. Besides that, thanks for watching this video. Appreciate you, and I hope you have a good rest of the week.